training. I want all of us to go in our groups and we invite our friends that they come and don't miss this training. Yes, we can invite them. We can invite them. So let's go in the group. Let's go in the Game Changers group, in the Diamonds group, and we say, be alive. Be alive right now. We are live. We are live right now in the training so that other people can come and attend. Okay, so now let us get started right away. Let's get started right away so that we can see what is next. Hey, how are we? How is business? How is the market treating you out there? How are you doing? Are you making money? The market is bad. The market is very, very down. I think all of us, we can experience it. The market is really, really down. But let me hope your robot is buying. Hey, someone called me today and is like, hey, I'm not understanding anything. My robot is not selling. I'm not seeing any message of selling. And even my coins are down, down, down. Man, what's wrong? That is normal. That is normal. For our new people, that is the reason why we are making money in this business. When the market goes down, the robot buys. When the market goes up, the robot sells. So some people only want to sell their robot selling. But the question is, selling what? It must sell what it bought. And it will make for you more profits if it sells what it bought at a cheaper price. You get my point? It will sell more if it sells what it bought at a very cheaper price. But for you, my dear brothers and sisters, for you want the robot to sell what it didn't buy. How do you want that to happen for sure? Okay. So now, today we are going to look at the difference between sub-bin mode, sub-bin real-time settlement, and Ware House, because these are the most tradable trading modes of RoyalQ. Many people don't know them. Many people don't understand them. And after changing any of the two, the robot will put a mark, either cross margin or isolated margin. That is the language of Binance, language of trading. But with the RoyalQ language, it is sub-bin, real-time settlement, and sub-bin and Ware House. Okay? Ware House. Are we ready? Are we ready? Can we get started? Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen and we get started. Okay. You know, we want every one of you to understand these things and learn them. If you do, please, that will be the best. When we go to our robots, we tap on strategy. Are you seeing this trade? For example, CFX. CFX is showing cross margin. WLD is showing isolated margin. Cross margin means it is in Ware House. Isolated margin means it is in 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 Wolo. It is in sub-bin real-time settlement. That's what it means. That is what it means. Hope you're learning. Now, today I want you to understand what is the difference between the two. What is the difference between these two types of trading? What is the difference? When we go to the trade settings of a coin, we tap on trade settings. If you give your robot 10 margin calls, and you tap on the margin configuration. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are calls, call drop, margin call drop. What's a call drop? The robot is calculating the percentage drop of a coin, and then it buys. These are what we call the call drops. That, for example, you can set your robot and you say, if the market drops 10%, buy. If the market drops 2%, buy. If the market drops 8%, buy. You get the point? Then here we have multiple buying ratio. Multiple buying ratio, these are the orders you give your robot to buy according to the amount of money you allocated as your first buying amount. If your first buying amount is $10 and you tell your robot to buy 1 times, it will calculate 1 times 10. The answer it gets is the amount of money it injects in the trade. If you say 10 times, it will do 10 times 10. That is 100. Then it will inject in $100 in that drop. Are we communicating? Now, before you understand the whole warehouse and the sub-bin real-time settlement, you must understand what a margin call. Margin calls. What are margin calls? Margin calls means when the market is dropping, the robot keeps buying. When the market is dropping, the robot keeps buying. What does it buy? It is buying whenever the market drops. And the reason why we are making money in this business is because of this movement of coins. That's an uptrend. That's a downtrend. This is a ranging market. These are the markets we make money from in this business. A ranging market, it's an equal market. Okay? The support and the resistance are on the same level. So when the robot buys here, it sells here. Buys here, sells here. Buys again, sells there again. Actually, the best trading strategy here is the greedy bot. But we cannot trade the greedy bot when people have not yet understood the martingale strategy bot. So let's stick to one robot at the moment. So this is support and resistance. This is an uptrend. When the market is going up, we make a lot of money. And even when the market is going down, we buy more and at a cheaper price. My mentor, when he was teaching me crypto, he said that when the market goes down, you are buying coins on a discount. Just like you go to a shop and they have a promotion, they have 50% discount of the coin. I want you to imagine Solana right now. Sol, stock USDT. One of the best coins in this business is Solana. If actually you are out there and you have good money, you can give Solana a cycle strategy and leave it. Solana will make you money because this coin is going to almost $300 in the future. I want you to imagine you started trading it in 2024 in a cycle. You have $500, allocate it for Solana, do good settings, covering 40%, you leave it. There are coins which are going to make money in the future. That's why I advise you put them in cycle, go out and make the money. Go out and hustle. Leave the robot to do the job. Solana, Link, INJ, CFX, ARB, ARB, WLD, that's WorldCoin, Ethereum, NIA, they are ICP. Those are the coins you put in cycle and leave them. They're going to make for you money any 2024, 2025. They are going to be just delivered. Give them cycle, put them in 2%. Choose your best 10 coins. Each of them give $500 a budget, at least 250. You go out and hustle, look for money. Give the robot. Go back, look for money. Let the robot do the job. Those coins are going to give you money. The problem we have with people here, they are trading so short term. Someone wants the robot to make profits every minute, yet they have small money. They are trading only 2 coins. They never want their coins to go in negative. They want the coins to be selling all the time. Numbers are selling what? Selling what they didn't buy. They don't want the robot having redundant money there. They want all their money in the market. That's the problem of our traders. Someone is having $1,000. They are trading 2 coins, for example. Each coin is $500 as a budget. So a coin buy, when the market is so high, the robot usually doesn't buy a lot of margin calls in most cases. That's why the trading strategy I showed you of only 4 margin calls, it is good because the first buying amount has some good money. You can find out when the first buying amount is $100. So even if the robot is not buying margin calls, but the first buying amount you catch each mala, it goes up and sells good. So when someone sees that the robot is not buying margin calls, they add that money manually. They do money replenishment. They enter trade, they buy manually, and they inject in the rest of the $400. Then boom, the market goes down. They all their money. If you decided to buy a robot to trade for you, why do you antagonize it? Why do you disturb the robot? Can't you leave the robot do its job? In driving cars, someone is driving an automatic car, but then they want themselves to decide which gear the car should have. You are making a mistake. You are not letting the machine to do its job. So look at a coin called Solana. Solana right now, let's say it's $100 as a price. If Solana goes down 50%, that means it will go back to $50. So if my first buying amount was $100, that means I bought 1 Solana. If the market goes negative 50% and I inject in another $100, this time around I get two Solana. Are you seeing the difference? So whenever you see floating loss, it's an opportunity of buying more. Buli lwolabanga akatale kasse mukisa gwo gwa kusuubula at a cheaper price. It's an opportunity of buying at a cheaper price. Never take negative as a bad luck in trading. Who told you? This is an opportunity for you to buy low. Whenever you see these coins having problems, it is an opportunity for you as a trader. I want you to imagine you are buying land. It's your job. You buy and sell land. Then someone calls you. They're like, I have a sister. She has a problem. She wants to take her mother to hospital, but she's selling a certain land somewhere. She needs cash, instant cash. You're like, how much? You go there, you meet her. She's like, I want 20 million. You're like, 20 millions, I don't have it. When I'm paying you 10 million cash, I've come with it. Did you know that lady will take that money? You are buying land in problems. You are buying land in the bear market on a discount. So when Bambi Solana is struggling, it has been at 100, now it's at 50. It is crying. For you as a trader, it's your opportunity to buy at a cheaper price. Are you getting my point? So we are going to get back to our topic, the difference between sub-bin mode, sub-bin real-time settlement mode, and wall warehouse mode. What is the difference? I want you to understand it. So now, in the bullish market, when the market is going up, the robot is selling more. It would be better if it is selling what it bought at a cheaper price. I want you to imagine if you bought your Solanas at $50 and the market bounces back to 100. how much money do you make? You can make almost 50%. You get the point? So that's what happens when the market is going up. That's what happens. We are selling at higher prices. Now, when the market is going down, we are buying. So I want you to put it in your mind. Here we are selling, here we are buying. Whenever you are seeing your coin in negative, that means we are in buying mode. For me, that's what I usually tell you people. When someone joins the business and I tell them now, tap strategy, we have put in a trade. If you see a trading negative, we are in the buying mode. If you see a trade in positive, we are in a selling mode. Simple. And that's true. Now, we have what we call margin calls. So whenever the market is dropping down, the robot keeps buying in different levels. Why levels? Because it doesn't know when is this coin stopping to drop. We are having Solana. Here is $100 level. It has been coming up. It hit the 100. Now it started going down. Starts to go down. Okay. It starts to go down. So the robot doesn't know when is Solana stopping to go down. Is it going to stop at $90, $80, $70, $60, $50? So it keeps buying margin calls in different levels. Now, these modes, the Ware house and Sabobini mode, what is their job? Their job comes in here. That on our margin calls the robot has bought. It first injected in money when the market was at $100. Now the market has dropped. Okay? Now the market has dropped to $90. The robot buys again. To $80, the robot buys again. $70, the robot buys again. $60, the robot buys again. $50, the robot buys again. $40, the robot buys again. Now, when are we selling? When are we selling? Rupunda D. Now, this is where the mods come in. Let's go to our question. We have allocated the margin calls. We have saved everything. Now we come here on the strategy mode. When we tap on strategy mode, there are two modes. There is Ware house, there is Sabobin mode, there is real-time settlement. Sabobin real-time. Now let's first look at Ware house. Ware house means that after buying all these margin calls, sell them at once when the market bounces back to the selling point. Sell all these margin calls at once. The one it bought at 90, 80, 70, 60, differently. Sell them at the same price. I'm going to give you an example. Let's assume I have a car bond. I'm selling cars. Then I'm selling a Subaru Forester. Very beautiful machine. And I'm selling it at 25 million shillings. But for me as a businessman, I go out in the market and look out for cheaper cars from people. Someone lost a son, they need cash, I buy their car at 10 M. Someone wants to go abroad, you work in Canada, they want money for visa, I buy their car at 9 million shillings. Someone wants to go for Hijjah in Mecca, take his grandfather before he dies, he sells me his car at 12 million. This car is so good. It's in very good condition. I'm collecting the same model of that car, Subaru Forester, at different prices, according to the problems those people are facing. Because for sure, it is very rare to find someone selling their car when they don't have a problem. They can't. Why would they sell it? I look out for people who are in negative, in floating losses. Then I buy their cars. Someone has a problem. Their kid is sick. They need real cash, fast cash. I give them 9M. They give me their car. I take it. Someone. I collect all those cars. After collecting all those cars, I bring them in my bond. I get a very good guy who can wash it. They wash them very well. They clean the interior and everything. Then I line them up in the same row, and then I sell them at the same price. I'm selling at 25 million shillings. So whenever my customers come, they just choose out which Subaru do they want. They buy it. Which Subaru do they want? They buy it at the same price. I'm selling all of them at 25 M. But remember, there is one I bought at 8, there is one I bought at 9, there is one I bought at 10, there is that one at 12, there is that one at 11, though, at 11 million shillings. Okay? So that's how things are done. That's what Ware House means. It has been buying this commodity in different levels, different prices, then sells them at the same price. And let me do an exclamation. This trading strategy of Ware House. Ware is the most profitable. Is the most profitable trading strategy. That's why even in the default settings, the robot is in Ware House. The only problem with this strategy is if the market goes down, the robot doesn't sell, it just buys. It is only doing one job, buying. It sells at once. That's the only problem with it. So I advise this strategy in a bull market. When the market is bear, don't use it. Use it in the bull market. Have we understood that? Now let's come to sub-bin real time. Sub-bin real time settlement. Sub-bin real time settlement. What is this? Sub-bin real time settlement. This is when the robot, these are our margin calls. The robot has been buying margin calls of Solana at 100. That was the first buying amount. Bought at 90 when the market went down, 80 when the market went down, up to $50, let's assume. Up to 50% negative. The robot has been buying. The difference with sub-bin real time is this. The robot starts, now let me explain this. The robot has many margin calls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to infinity. These are what we call margin calls. Margin call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to infinity, as I've said. But the first 4 margin calls, the robot calls them whole. Okay? These are whole. That's why when you go in the trade settings, the robot gives you different settings. For example, call position take profit ratio. It is asking, what do you want me to take as profit for the whole positions, for the whole first margin call, for the whole first 4 margin calls? I am going to sell these at once. The first 4 margin calls is Tunda Lumuzo. Nah. So it calls them whole. That's why in the settings, it is asking, what percentage do you want me to sell these whole? HWOELE, the whole sub positions. Then you say 2%. What does that 2% mean? That means the Solana it bought at 100, the first buying amount, at 90, at 80, at 70, at 60. These first 4, the robot will sell them at once when they are making profits. It won't sell them independently. Now, from the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, these are what we call sub positions. In settings, the robot has that, which is asking sub position, take profit callback. Like it has wall position, take profit callback. Then here it has sub position, take profit callback. That's why it has distributed and take profit allocation. You are allocating take profits for the sub positions. You can say the 50th margin call, I want to sell it at 1.3. The 60th margin call, I want to sell it at 6%. The 9th margin call, I want to sell it at 2%. You do what you want. Because these are different. The 50th, 67th, 8th, these are bought and sold independently. So when the market has been coming down from here, going down, it hits the 50th margin call. If it goes up just 1.3%, the robot sells. Then the market comes down, it buys, sells. Then the market comes down, it buys, sells. So like the sub being real-time settlement means that my robot is buying and selling independently the sub positions. That's why the robot can have as many as 1,000 margin calls. Okay? 1,000 margin calls. Sente hiyo kusala. Sente hiyo kulachi. Sente hiyo kusala. It's a very beautiful strategy. So, sub-bin real-time settlement. The importance of it is simple. You are making daily profits. I can say daily. Should I say daily profits? Or repeated profits? Because the robot is buying and selling different margin calls on different levels. So you will be seeing profits flowing on your account all the time. Not like the wall warehouse. The wall warehouse, the robot only shows you profits when it has closed the whole deal. Because it is buying and selling at once. Tetunda etunda y'olumu nga lwa mugaso. Wall warehouse, people who are trading wall warehouse, you realize that after a sale, the robot brings fat profits. Not like the sub in real time. Sub in real time brings 00, mania $1, 0 point something, 0 point, 0 point, 0 point, because the money you allocated in the subs even is small. Few people are trading with $100 in sub positions. Many people are trading with a little money, $20, $30, $15, $21. Now, $21, the robot must take 1.3%. How much is that money? How much is that? Very little money. How about if you had $100 on every margin call? That means if the robot is selling at 1.5 or 2%, whenever it delivers, it will come back with $1 as a profit. If it does it 10 times, that's $10. 30 times, that is $30. But with Wall Warehouse, it waits, very patient, but the moment it sells, it brings good profits. Have we understood that? Have we understood the sub-being real-time settlements? Tukategedako? Hey. Now, tap confirm. Tap confirm. Tap confirm. Now, when you choose sub-being real-time settlement and confirm, here up near the word WLD, or for example, near the name of the coin, you'll see isolated profit. If you choose Wall Warehouse and confirm, it will change to cross margin. If you go back to sub-being real-time, it has showed me take more what? Take more profit allocation for sub warehouse first. You cannot change to sub. Then another thing, you cannot trade sub in real time settlement if you have only 4 margin calls. It will only apply if you have more than 4 margin calls. Let me hope you have learned something. This robot is too wide, by the way. If you learn some of these things, you're really going to enjoy this business and you're going to make a lot of profits. My training is done. Now I'm open for questions. People who have questions, You can ask your questions and I see how I can break them. Hope we have learned something. So for me, in the bull market, I advise trade wall warehouse. In the bear market, go back to suburban in real time. In the bull market, wall warehouse. In the bear, when the market is going up, wall warehouse. It will give you more profits. When the market is going down, suburban real time settlement. So that the robot can sell different margin calls differently and you collect profits. If you have a question, come in the chat here. Write it down so that I can read it and I answer it. Otherwise, thank you so much for attending Champions. I'm seeing here some people have attended. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in and learning with me. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions? Any questions before we close? Any questions before we close our training? Ikibuzo chonna. If you have a question, I'm seeing here a question. Capital Steven is saying, what happens when the market is just in the bear mode and doesn't go bullish? That never happens. There is no constant marketplace. The market bear means people are selling. Now the question is selling to who? That means selling to buyers. There is something I want to teach you, and I'm going to teach this to new people who have just started trading. When we go to Trading View app and we are looking for any coin, there is no day or time when the market is just going down or up. Okay? No way. The market does go up and down, up and down, up and down. WLD, SDT, WLD, SDT. Now you see this coin? It went up and it came down. It went up a little bit, then it's going down. So that's how it does. Why? Why do we say so? Because when the market is going down, as you see here in the graph, the market has been here up. The market has been here up, then it started going down. Going down means there were very many sellers more than buyers. The sellers overpowered the buyers. But what happens to the buyers when they have overpowered the sellers? That means the market goes up. Like here you saw, the market went up from here to here. You get my point? So there is no way a market can stay in the same lane for a long time. HDU. So you cannot stay in the same trade strategy for a very long time. You cannot be in bull market forever because you are buying from who? From sellers. What happens when the market? Okay, the BTC was approved, but why market is down so much nowadays? That is to teach you that the market is unpredictable. Everyone thought when the ETFs are approved, the market is going to just jump. My dear, that's not how the market works. That's why you have to be cautious. That's a good lesson to you. That anything can happen to the market. So be vigilant. Trade with the margin calls. Does margin calls reduce buying average? Yes, of course. Whenever the robot buys most importantly, in the wall warehouse. By the way, I forgot to tell you this. When you are trading wall warehouse, the robot reduces the negative. If you have been trading and your trade has been, for example, let me give you an example. If your trade has been in 10 negative percent and the robot buys a margin call, the negative goes below. So kindly advise, okay, Someone is saying, kindly advise those in the floating loss which action they should take on the market, as the market is in good state of buying more at a cheaper price. They should have margin calls. When you have floating loss, do two things. Either be patient or look for more capital and you buy at a cheaper price. I painted for you a picture of someone who's buying land. If you buy land, you must have cash all the time. Why? Just in case. Eh? Just in case. So thank you so much for attending. Have a great day. See you at the top. Thank you so much for attending this class, leaders. Let's meet once again the next time. Have a great day. See you.